Good afternoon, everyone. Today, our group is going to present on the topic Strategic Roadmap for Tribal Development in 5-Year Plans. Now, let's call upon Sierra Ramzana to present on his topic.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. My name is Ramzana, and the topic I'm going to present is evolutions of tribal supplements and integrated tribal development project. Tribal supplements and integrated tribal development project have been central to Indian approach toward tribal development. This framework were introduced to address social economic disparities among tribal communities and ensure their integration into the national development agenda. Uh, tribe, uh, Tribal sub-plan were initiated in the fifth year plan, 1974 to 1979, to allocate specific resources for tribal areas. ITDP were also introduced to target holistic development in tribal-dominated regions over the decades. This strategy evolved to align with changing economic and social priorities. Impact assessments, educations, and healthcare. Education. Increased literacy rate. Government interventions such as literacy missions and educational programs have contributed to resigning literacy levels among tribal communities. However, literacy rates still lag behind national average. Establishments of ashram school. This residential school aim to provide education to tribal children, helping reduce educational disparities. However, they often face issues related to infrastructure and teacher shortage, scholarship and reservation policies. Financial assistance and reserve seat in education institutions have enabled better access to higher education for tribal students, but the benefits are uneven due to poor awareness and bureaucratic hurdles. Healthcare. Expansions of health center, increased establishments of primary health center, PHC, and community health center, CHC, has improved healthcare accessibility in tribal areas. Mobile clinic, these have been effective in reaching remote regions, offering basic healthcare and maternal child services. Immunization program. Government initiatives have improved vaccinations coverage, reducing child mortality rate. However, outreach is still limited in the most isolated region. Challenges: high dropout rate. Uh, despite inter Despite intervention, many tribal children leave school due to poverty, lack of transportations, or family responsibility. Poor infrastructure, school and healthcare center in remote area often lack basic facilities, affecting services quality. Lack of quality education, even with assess, the quality of education is often suffer due to teacher absenteeism and outdated curricula. Impact assessments, economic growth. Growth in employment program under MGNREGS and Skills Development Initiative. The Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act MGNREG GA have provided a wage employment through many tribe household, reducing poverty in short term. Skill development program have aimed to enhance employability through their reach and effectiveness remain inconsistent. Promotions of entrepreneurship through schemes like Stand Up India and Mudra loans. These schemes offer financial support to promote self-employment and small-scale enterprise among marginalized groups, including tribals. However, challenges like lack of financial literacy and market linkages limit the success of such initiatives. Inconsistent implementation. Despite ambition, policies, irregularities in fund distributions, and administrative inefficiencies hinder program effectiveness. Lack of sustainable livelihood options. Many employment programs focus on short-term job rather than creating long-term sustainable income sources. Challenges in implementation. Tribal development programs often suffer from insufficient budget allocation. Even allocation funds are sometimes underutilized due to inefficiencies, bureaucratic inefficiencies, and lack of accountability, corruption, red tape, and weak monitoring mechanization now reduce the impact of government initiatives. Lack of accountability lead to poor service delivery. Social cultural barrier limiting community participation. Traditional norms, language barrier, and mistrust of external authority hinder tribal participation in development program. Disparities and cultural sensitivities also affect the inclusivity of initiative. Policy lessons and recommendation. Decentralized governance for better resource utilization. Empowering local government bodies, Gram Sabha, etc., can lead to more effective and transparent resource management. Localized decision making ensure the initiative align with the actual needs of tribal communities. Strengthening monitoring and evaluation. Improve tracking systems and third-party audits can enhance transparency and accountability. Real-time evaluation also for uh, timely initiative and course correction. Uh, Encouraging participatory development models. Involve tribal communities in planning and implementation. Ensure that program reflect their needs and cultural values. This is also promote ownership and sustainability of development effort. Conclusion. The success of TSP and ITDP depends on multi-stakeholders approach that combines policy innovations, technology support, and grassroots involvement. Future tribal policies should be aligned with global development goals to ensure holistic program. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sila Ramzana, for his great presentation. Now let's call Sizaudin Pui to give her presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will be presenting on the topic achievement and challenges in tribal development across 5-year plans. Overview of tribal development in 5-year plans, key achievement, education. Rising literacy rates due to Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan SSA and Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan RMSA. SSA and RMSA aim at universalizing elementary and secondary education respectively. This initiative led to higher enrollment rates and improved literacy among tribal children, although retention rates remain a challenge. Establishment of Eclavia Model Residential Schools (EMRS), launched in 1997 to 1998. EMRS offer free quality education to tribal students from class 6 to class 12. They promote academic excellence while preserving tribal culture through co-curricular activities. However, the school faced challenges like teacher shortage and lack of proper infrastructure in some regions. A scholarship program like National Fellowship for ST students. This program provides financial assistance to tribal students pursuing higher education. It has increased the representations of ST students in research and academia, promoting social mobility. However, awareness and accessibility of such scholarships remain low in remote areas. Key achievement healthcare, increase in life expectancy, improve access to healthcare, better nutrition, and disease control programs have contributed to a gradual rise in life expectancy among tribal populations. However, disparities persist, with tribal groups still having lower life expectancy compared to the national average. Implementations of National Health Mission for tribal areas. National Health Mission introduced tribal sub-plan components, focusing on providing healthcare service in tribal regions. It enhanced infrastructure, immunization, and maternal child care services. Despite progress, healthcare access in remote tribal areas remain limited. Improve maternal and child health care service. Introduce of schemes like Janani Suraksha Yojana and Janani Shishu Suraksha Karyakram has improved institutional deliveries, reducing maternal and infant mortality. However, issues like malnutrition and lack of awareness still affect maternal and child health in certain tribal regions. Key achievement economy. Number one, promotions of tribal handicrafts and self-help groups. Government programs and NGOs have promoted tribal handicrafts, boosting income and preserving cultural heritage. SHGs have empowered tribal women through financing and skill development, enabling self-reliance. However, market linkage and profitability remains consistent. Increase government spending on tribal welfare through special component plans. Introductions of tribal sub-plan and special central assistance ensure targeted funding for tribal development. Increased government spending on tribal welfare through special component plans. Introductions of tribal sub-plan and special central assistance ensure targeted funding for tribal development. Increased government expenditure has led to improved infrastructure, education, and healthcare in tribal areas. However, inefficient fund utilization and leakage reduce the effectiveness of these plans. Infrastructure development, improving accessibility. Constructions of roads, bridge, and electrification in tribal areas has enhanced connectivity and access through basic services. This facilitated better market access and improved mobility for tribal communities. However, many remote areas still lack reliable infrastructure. Challenges in implementation, gaps in policy execution. Poor policy executions and gaps in implementation, despite well-intentioned policies, weak execution, corruption, and administrative inefficiencies hindered their effectiveness. Delays in disbursement and lack of accountability reduce the impact of tribal welfare. Socioeconomic barriers. Socioeconomic barriers, including displacements and marginalization, land acquisition, mining project, and deforestation, have displaced many tribal groups, threatening their livelihoods and cultural identity. Discrimination, poverty, and lack of political representation further marginalize these communities. Limited access to education, quality education, and healthcare. Many tribal communities still lack schools, health centers, and basic amenities due to geographical remoteness. Even when facilities exist, poor infrastructure and insufficient staff compromise the quality of services. Lesson learned. Need for participatory policymaking. Need for participatory governance involving tribal communities. Development programs are more effective when tribal voices are included in decision making. Empowering Gram Shabas and local bodies ensure culturally sensitive and community driven initiatives. Importance of long-term sustainable interventions. Short-term welfare schemes offer mm, temporary relief but fail to address systematic issues. Sustainable interventions such as skill development, land right protection, and livelihood promotion, and essential for lasting impact. Ensuring proper utilization of allocated funds. Improved transparency, monitoring, and evaluation mechanisms are necessary to prevent fund leakage. Real-time audits and community participation in monitoring can enhance accountability. Conclusion and way forward. Future tribal development strategies focus on bridging implementation gaps, promoting digital literacy, and integrating sustainable economic strategies for long term progress. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sizodin Pui, for her great presentation. Now let's call Lomzwala to present on his topic.
Good afternoon, sir. I will be giving my point on future direction of SDG, digital literacy, and economic integration. I will be starting with the introduction. Tribal development must evolve with global trends, especially the Sustainable Development Goals, digital transformation, and economic inclusion. The future of tribal welfare lies in integration technology with traditional knowledge system. Point number one, alignment with SDG 1, no poverty, and SDG 4, quality education. SDG 1, tribal development program focus on poverty alleviation through employment scheme and income generation initi- initiatives. SDG 4, education policies such as Clivey model residential schools and scholarship program promote access to quality education for tribal children. However, regional disparities and inadequate implementation hinder the full realization of the SDGs in tribal regions. Point number two, promoting gender equality and reducing inequalities. Women's centric SHGS and skill development program empower tribal women, promoting economic independence. Reservation policies in education and employment reduce socio-economic inequalities. However, gender discrimination and lack of access to leadership role remain challenges. Point number three, challenge in achieving targeted goals due to inadequate infrastructure. Poor road connectivity, electricity, and digital infrastructure in remote tribal area limits access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunity. The lack of monitoring mechanism makes it difficult to track progress towards SDGs. Coming to the next point, digital literacy and inclusion. Point number one, Importance of digital skills. Bridging the digital divide through program like Digital India. The Digital India initiative aims to enhance internal penetration and digital literacy in rural and tribal area. Programs such as Common Service Center provide digital service, including e-government and financial service. However, low internal coverage and lack of device in remote regions hinder its importance of internal connectivity in tribal areas. Internal access facilitates online education, telemedicine, and government improving service delivery. Connectivity also enable e-commerce opportunity for tribal artisans, expanding their market reach. However, digital illiteracy and poor network coverage in many tribal areas remain obstacles. Skill building initiatives to make tribal youth job ready. Government and NGO lead digital skill training program aims to enhance the employability of tribal youth. Training in IT skills, coding, and e-commerce improve job prospect. However, limited access to training center and lack of industry linkage reduce effectiveness. Coming to the next point, economic integration strategies. There are 3 points in this: promoting tribal entrepreneurship, enhancing market linkages, leveraging e-commerce and fintech solution. Economic tribal entrepreneurship through market linkage. Initiative promotes market linkage, helps tribal entrepreneurship access large market, boosting income. Program like TRIFED uh, support tribal artisans by providing marketing platforms. However, inconsistent market access and poor infrastructure limit their growth. Promoting e-commerce platform for tribal handicrafts. E-commerce platform helps tribal artisans sell their products online, expanding their cus- customer base. This enhance income generation and promoting traditional craftsmanship. However, lack of digital literacy and logistical challenge restrict participation. Strengthening financial inclusion through fintech solution. Fintech platform promotes financial inclusion by providing easy access to banking service, loan and credit in remote tribal area. Mobile wallets and UPI transaction reduce dependence on cash, enhancing financial security. However, low digital literacy and limited smartphone access hinder fintech adoption. Coming to the next point, policy recommendations. There are 3 points in this, such as strengthening digital infrastructure, enhancing financial inclusion, skill building for the future economy, expanding access to digital tools and infrastructure, increasing internal coverage, mobile tower and digital center in tribal regions can enhance connectivity, providing affordable smartphone and data plans can promote digital inclusion. Strengthening vocational training and financial literacy, expanding skill development program with focus on industry specific skills can improve employability. Promoting financial literacy ensure tribal communication can effectively utilize digital payment system and access financial service. Encouraging private sector investment in tribal development. Public-private partnership PPPs can boost infrastructure development and create livelihood opportunities. Private sector involvement in tribal handicrafts, agriculture, and tourism can enhance market access and income generation. Coming to the conclusion, the future roadmap for tribal development should focus on technological driven empowerment, economic self reliance, and sustainable policy initiatives. A collaborative approach involves the government, private sector, and tribal communities is essential for long term success. That is all for my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelom Zola, for his great presentation. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.